We are extremely pleased that you are here. We are extremely pleased that we are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
You do. You're knowing what you're wanting?
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
Moves about a bit, doesn't it? You are enjoying the contrast of your time and place. You are enjoying the expansion of your time and place. They go together, don't they? You are enjoying the evolution of your desire. You like how it continues to evolve. You like it even when you've hatched it, but it hasn't manifested. You like it even then. Oh, well, I know. It's because you like those manifestations, don't you? And you should. You're here as leading edge creators. You're here with full intention of exploring variety and coming to new decisions, giving birth to new desires, giving birth to desires that are unique to you, that have never been before, and to all of the universe. You think that your desires are much the same as others, but you are uniquely desirous. And as you are launching these desires, you are expanding. Do you know that? And when you feel really, really good, it means that you are vibrationally up to speed with the expansion that the contrast has provided. But when you don't feel so good, it means that you are not up to speed with the expansion that the contrast has provided. And that really is all we have to tell you. Was it worth the trip? That's it. That's all we've got. Oh, we can fill it in a little if it's necessary. If we can convince you today that you are vibrational here in these bodies, that you are vibrational beings, then there is a possibility that you will find a way of meshing with, of blending with that larger non-physical energy that is really you. And when that happens, then you allow all that you are out here in this leading edge moment. All that you are out here in this leading edge moment. And that's when life is really good. If you're not allowing all that you are out here, not so good. So what do we mean by all that you are? Was it who you were before you were born? Well, sort of, kind of, but there's more. All that you are is all that that non-physical part of you has become as a result of the contrast that you've been living here on this leading edge. Do you understand that? When someone is rude, you want them to be nicer, and that larger part of you knows that and is that and sees that and bees that in a stronger way. When you don't have enough of something you want, you ask for more, and that larger part of you becomes it vibrationally. But often you say, well, that's not really that exciting to me, that there's a part of me that has all the things that I want when I'm standing here without them. And we say, well, you're only without the vibrational manifestation of them. And you say, well, yeah, but that's big. I want the manifestation of them. And we say, we want it for you too. But if you can understand that you've sifted through variety, you've sifted through contrast, you know what you don't want and you know what you do want, and you've launched these rockets of desires. They have preceded you vibrationally. They have been contained in this vortex of creation. It's this accumulation of all that you are. It's where who you really are stands. It's where all that you want, all that you call future manifestation, exists as a precursor to the manifestation, as a vibrational beingness. And as that beingness exists, and it does, you can feel your relationship to it. You can feel it all day, every day. When you're up to speed with it, you feel so good. And when you're not up to speed with it, you feel so bad. And the more you are up to speed with it, the more you allow it to manifest. So over time, we've been looking for ways that we could convince you of who you really are and why you're really here and how you fit into the bigger picture of all of this. And in doing so, it is our dominant intent to help you to understand that you are key to the bigger picture. The bigger picture does not exist without you. You're the leading edge part of the bigger picture, you see. You are the leading edge part of the whole picture. That's a better way of saying it. The whole picture includes you, and you are an important part of that whole picture. So as you sift and sort and experience life and know what you don't want. There is a knowing of what you do want, even if you can't, well, we should say even if you don't articulate it. Because it isn't the easiest thing in the world, is it? To focus upon what you want and to speak words about what you want when you're right in the middle of what you don't want with all the vividness of that. You were so good at interpreting your time-space reality through your physical senses, you don't even know you're a vibrational being doing that vibrational work. And yet everything you see is a vibrational interpretation. What you smell is too. What you hear is too. What you taste and feel with your fingertips is too. Everything that you are translating is a vibrational interpretation. And you say, no, it's not a vibrational interpretation. It's reality. And we say, but it is reality because you are interpreting it vibrationally. You sort of kind of get that. Sort of, kind of, sort of, a bit. But there is another part of you that is interpreting vibration that most humans are aware of the sense. It's your emotional guidance. But they're not aware of what it is really saying. They aren't aware of the importance of the guidance that it is. Most people do not accept that there is a larger part of them who exists right here, right now, in this leading edge time-space reality at the same time that they are physically focused. Most have got their soul or the God within them off on some cloud somewhere, detached from there. They think that they might return to that. They hope that they might return to that, many of them. Many of them denied the existence of it at all. But we want you to understand that that source energy part of you is here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right now with you. And you may be vibrationally interpreting it in its fullness, and you may not be. And your emotions are the key. Best we've ever said that. Your emotions are the key to whether you are allowing your awareness of that existence and presence and attention and involvement and co-creation or not. We are eager to talk with you about anything that matters to you, because if it matters to you, it matters to all that is. Your life has caused you to focus, and that's really what we're going to be talking about here today, isn't it? Focus. It's all about focus. It's all about what you are giving your attention to and what you are giving your attention to in vibrational relationship to how the source within you feels as the source within you gives its attention to what you're giving your attention to. What you're giving your attention to. We're glad you liked that. We like it too, because the source within you is giving its attention to what you are giving your attention to, but may have a different frequency or a different opinion about it. In other words, the source within you loves everyone you hate. We know it's annoying. Esther spends a little bit of time trying to convince us that we're wrong from time to time. Really, you may not know all of the details. But the source within you is aware of what you're aware of and has a frequency that is being offered, and we want you to know it's the dominant frequency. It's the frequency that will survive your physical death. Didn't mean to bring that up, but it will. It will survive. That leading edge part of you will survive when you reemerge into non-physical. And so we just want you to know that you can have your blending with that right here, right now, on the subjects, in the conversations, in the moments that are most important to you, right here, right now. That's what you really want. You said, I'll go forth into a physical environment and I will explore it to my fullest capacity. That's what you said. We told you we would remind you. It's annoying now, we know. I will explore it to my fullest capacity, and in doing so, I will become aware of what could be better about that specific thing in this specific instance. And when that awareness of what I don't want is vivid within me, I know, you said, because you knew, that in knowing what I don't want, that a clear awareness of what is wanted would be born at the same time. And isn't that always the way that it is? Don't you always know more clearly what you do want when you're right smack dab in the middle of what you don't want? Isn't that when it becomes clear? Now you don't do. We love you very much. You know there's something coming after those words. We love you very much. You don't do a very good job of being a vibrational match to what you do want when you're just experiencing what you don't want, because what you don't want has your, in many cases, full attention. Your physical, human, undivided attention. And often, in speaking about what you want, even though you're using positive sounding words and maybe even smiling as you say them, as you're talking about what you want, often the reason that you want it is because you don't like not having it. And so your words, but more important, your vibration is all laced with the absence of what you want. And you just can't allow what you want into your experience when you are vividly active in the vibration of what you don't want. It just doesn't work that way. And you can't speak enough words or pull enough strings or influence enough people through your pulling of strings and offering of words to buck your own current. And it is your own current that we're talking about here. The current between you and you. The vibrational alignment or resistance between who you really are and who you're letting yourself be right here, right now, in this moment of the emotion. So, in wanting you to understand this, we began by saying, you know, you are more than you see, and many of you said, okay. And then we said, and you create your own reality. Seth coined those words, and many of you said, yes. And then you said, yes. We create our own reality? That seems like responsibility. And I'm certain that I wouldn't create this reality, this specific thing, because I don't want it. Why would I create something unwanted? And we say, we didn't say that you create it on purpose. We said you create it. You create it by your attention, by your focus, by your vibrational stance, by your point of attraction. Because whatever you're giving your attention to has a vibrational frequency. And as you focus upon it, you offer that frequency. You become that frequency. It becomes your point of attraction. And law of attraction answers your point of attraction with other things like it. So when you're knowing what you don't want, law of attraction is saying, well, you might not like this too, here. Oh, you might not like this either, here. How's it going? Want some more? How about this? How about this? Now, the wonderful thing about that is, in knowing what you don't want, you're launching these rockets of what you do want. But the question that we want to put to you is, how long will it be, once you've launched that rocket of desire, before you become aware that you're not lined up with it and you make some effort to become a vibrational match to it? And that really is what the art of allowing is all about. It's about you allowing yourself to be a vibrational match, not just to what you want, but that's a big thing, but to who you have become as a result of wanting it, who you really have become as a result of the contrast that has caused you to become it. We have enjoyed this interaction immensely.
Thank you so much.
It is delicious to come together with those like you who are out here on the leading edge, who are savoring the simplicity of your core grid. As you play with this just a little bit over the next few days, you're going to have the exhilarating experience of watching your grid fill in as confirmation of the knowledge that you have reconfirmed here. We haven't told you anything today that you didn't know the day you were born, but we have reminded you of some things that you have forgotten. So be playful about it. And most of all, don't worry about what anybody else is doing with their grid. Focus completely on your own, no matter how near and dear they are. We've enjoyed this interaction more than words can convey. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain stubbornly in the vortex.